Hi, welcome to Nothing of Note. I'm Nick.
I'm Eli!
Hey, we're together. We're watching Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, I mean, you're wearing... It's the right colors. It's the right colors. It works.
I'm on vacation. It's tough.
Yeah, it works.
Green. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Star Wars. This is, whenever we were talking about doing this YouTube channel, Star Wars is like the thing that I wanted to do the most. Like, I want to do Marvel. I'm not saying I don't want to do Marvel. There's other things I want to do, but Star Wars is...
You're a Star Wars nerd.
Yeah, Star Wars
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, there's bigger ones out there. I always like to say that because don't want any hate, but...
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Compared to
for
me.
Sure.
Oh, that's all I talked about.
For sure.
So...
No, but I'm super excited. We watched a couple trailers.
What's the TikTok you sent me? You sent me that TikTok of the kid.
Oh,
that's not the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, about opening.
That's not the Millennium Falcon. And I was like, this was me the one year my parents didn't buy me.
Yeah,
Star
no,
Wars gifts.
I literally, I have one birthday and Christmas from the time I was born till I was 14 that I did not get Star Wars presents.
No parent is always perfect.
Yeah, I got like my first Christmas. I was 3 months old, and I got like the 3.5 inch like action figures. You know, like the real like. What you would think of whenever you think of a Star Wars action figure. I got 2 of them. Their heads got like all chewed up, their hands. But I had like a ton of Star Wars action figures.
Yeah, I remember. I remember opening the closet and being like, okay.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Anyway,
and some of my favorite action figures were Boba Fett. I'm just saying, Boba Fett's awesome. I'm excited.
All right, let's do it.
I'm so excited. All right. I'm so excited.
I love the intro. It's so great. Don't fall in that hole.
Oh, back to Tink?
Snap.
Sealing up his cars.
Yep. Holy cow, he's scarred. Oh,
Camino?
Dude.
Oh, we're going back to Camino?
Yes.
Oh. Or at least they're showing Camino. Oh, we're getting... Oh, they showed that the helmet was empty. It makes sense, but... It's not.
It's rough. Oh!
Oh, yes! This is what I wanted to see.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't come out of the mouth. Straight determination.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so gross.
That is a great visual. Dripping sand because of all the slime.
Acid, yeah. Oh, look at his arm. That's like... A lot of that's cloth, I just realized.
Yeah, a good chunk of it is, yeah. They are playing. I love whenever Mando just destroys
Yes. Loses all of his armor. Oh! Yeah, the minute he's okay, they'll be running and screaming. Oh.
I like what they're doing with Tuskens lately.
Ooh, that looks tough.
It's a carrot. Carrots are disgusting. Whatever that was has to be better than a carrot. I hate carrots.
No. I think that it was so gross and that's what got him to wake up. Oh, it's a Tusken child.
Tusken lad. Good thing Anakin's not here.
It's
a Rodian.
Yeah, Rodian.
Sorry, I'll let you get the next one.
No, I need you because I forget the names of a lot of the races.
I can't remember.
Yeah, what are those called? That's what
I can't remember.
Come on,
I don't.
You're my Star Wars guy.
A Cathound, maybe?
You just made that up.
No, Cathound is a thing. I just don't know if it's that thing.
Oh, no, you're right. That does look different. Wow.
We haven't had a line in English yet.
No.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
What a jerk. This is coming into play later.
That's a Jedi thing. So I guess we're gonna get into that story later.
Oh yeah, there's no way they're gonna give that all to us in the first episode.
He looks so much better.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Polynesian spa is working. Chocolate coins.
I was just thinking.
I don't know. Why?
For a split second, I really thought that.
I'm confused.
He's demanding tribute from you.
He wants you to pay him.
What? I'm the crime lord he's supposed to be.
Shall I kill him?
Oh, hey, look, an attractive male Twi'lek.
While you wait for Madame Garce.
There you go.
I never said.
Huh. Yours looks shinier than mine.
Well, can't put that back on.
In difficult times, fear is a sure bet.
But respect lasts longer. That was
pretty dumb.
yeah.
Oh snap.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about showing strength.
Live.
Yes, alive, yeah.
Smart.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do that to an assassin. Oh, well, maybe you can. Yeah, I don't really see why she did that. Oh, that's why.
Yeah, she still doesn't have her gun.
Yeah. She's like, okay, which one is... Yep.
Yeah.
You look like you're more scared.
He's got tattoos on his face.
To be fair, I mean, maybe this is messed up, but I would definitely chain him. The guy who tried to escape, I would definitely chain the guy who tried to alert.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Oh,
good.
for sure.
Pretty smart move. I mean, how old is this kid? Like, he's like 12 or 13, maybe. I mean, it's hard to tell because, you know, he's a
Anakin killing age. Sorry, I can't not think
That's
about
technically any age, so... Massive.
it. Oh,
It's a massive. Oh, he's gonna drink it.
Easy, youngling. I need some water. I would like a drink.
Oh. That's rude.
I like this kid.
I do too. He's got some balls.
Yeah. I feel like that's still alive.
Yep, that's exactly. Dude, are we about to? Oh, did you see the skin move? Oh, dude.
What is this? Oh.
Oh no,
Not the poopy.
not a puppy. Wow.
Give him the Jabba treatment. This is a cool design for a creature. It's like a centaur snake.
Yeah. Yeah. Centipede. It's a centipede.
A centipede.
Yeah.
This is a cool creature. Strength.
cool.
Hey, that guy over there just killed this thing. He's like, and then he choked it. It was
like,
awesome.
it's so
oh.
Yep.
Sorry, I was...
You cut that out. You killed a monster. You get 1 cup of
You
water.
get water. I mean, on Tatooine, though, water is super important.
Oh, that's it?
I had a feeling.
Oh,
That's
wow.
Oh, it's the Star Tours robot. Was he there? I didn't.
Yes, he
I
was.
missed that scene.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, it's Max Ebo.
We get to see him.
You hear some jizz. Sorry. Okay, wait, no, I'm missing some. This isn't jizz.
Just to be clear, this is not jizz.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay.
We watched Star Wars. Yes.
That was the nerdiest.
I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this show for the last year. I didn't think we would be reacting to it though, which is kind of awesome that we are. I don't know. I wanted to, but I was like, I don't know if, like, especially even when we started talking about doing this channel, like, I was like, I don't know if we're gonna get to it in time to watch this, but
Yeah, we kind of got to it at the perfect time when we decided to start doing this.
Yeah.
And then actually start doing it.
yeah. I don't know when we don't have a schedule yet for the upload process. I might cut all this out, but we don't have a schedule yet, so I don't know where this is gonna line up. But I am super excited. I don't know. This could be like one of the first things we do. It could be a little bit later, but
We filmed some other stuff.
yeah,
but
yeah. No, I'm.
And also, that's why, if this is the first video and I slid in like a maniac, is because
Yeah.
I've been living in a different state, so we've been having to do things to be a
Yeah.
lot of really awkward ways. So
Yeah, so
I'm really
I-
excited for this.
Honestly, I assume there's gonna be some videos before this with us separate, and videos after this with us separate. But all of that happened before this in our timeline.
Yeah, it's just watch Spider-Man and all. It's just different timelines.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, we will be talking about that as well. Which that'll probably, I don't know. Anyways, back on track.
Boba Fett.
Woo!
Go. First take. Just
I loved it. So when we were watching Mandalorian, I didn't watch it with you, but whenever we were watching it, I was like, if we get to the end of the season and they don't talk about where Boba was, I'm gonna be upset. And then it ended, and I saw that we were getting a show, and I was like, all right, they gotta show it, but I don't know if they will because Star Wars doesn't really do flashbacks.
Yeah.
It did a little bit in the Mandalorian, but that was like Star Wars. That's a new thing for Star Wars. So
and I think when we originally watched the trailer and we kind of talked about how I was like, if they don't do it,
I would be okay with it.
it's okay.
Yeah.
But now watching, I'm like, no. First of all,
I like the way they did it too.
Deserves it because the original movies. I mean, what is it like? That's the one thing everyone's like. Where Star Wars mess up bad? Boba Fett. Like we didn't get enough of him, and also getting to see him now be like, no, he's way too awesome to die that way.
Right, and now the two main characters that have died off in stupid ways way too early have been brought back and have new life breathed into them. And if they do half as good of stuff that they do with Boba that they did with Maul, I'm gonna be, I don't know.
With how good The Mandalorian was, they're gonna be so good. I also love. I love that they are not just gonna try. They're definitely not gonna do that. I love that they are not trying to do the first episode and be like, okay, he got out, and here's how it happened. I like that they're gonna do it throughout the whole show. I think, which is like you said, Star Wars is new
because they haven't gotten to the point of the Mandalorian. There's still more backstory to tell, which I like. Yeah,
I hope they're gonna continue to do flashbacks in every single episode and get us caught up to where he is now by flashbacks.
Yeah,
because I'd love to get 5 to 10 minutes of flashbacks in every single. I'm totally cool with that. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see where it goes. Like, obviously, he's trying to swoop in, on Jabba's old empire that Bib Fortuna was running, which is kind of weird, but like, I mean, it works. But and like he's putting all the pieces back together, because if you don't act fast in a situation like that, it's gonna fall apart, and then it becomes so much harder. And I like the way he's going about it.
Yes, he's super intelligent. He knows that. Look, I think he's been a bounty hunter. He's served under these different, mainly Jabba, but like he's seen like. This doesn't work. This system it can't change. This is how it goes, and that's how it kind of portrays everything. It's like you can't do that. You can't do that. It's like, okay, I want to do this, and I want to stay here. Yeah, like I want to keep this going. And
I think Phoenix is a strong character, and like having her be the one to be like, well, I don't know if you should do it this way. It really lends credit to that, and I think that her opposing him is going to work well.
Yeah, it's going to be a good dynamic.
And I think
sometimes she's going to be right probably about stuff.
Right, and Finnick is a really good character, and I really like her in the other stuff we've seen her in, and I'm super excited to explore more of her. I don't want. Well, I mean, we don't need any more flashbacks for her or anything, but like just moving forward and where her story goes is going to be interesting.
I'd like to see maybe too if there's going to be a little bit of tension between them because of it. Like almost maybe we're going to get to a breaking point where her loyalties are going to be like. Yeah. She's going to like have points where she may be a little tempted to be like, look, he's not listening to me, and I don't know if this is going to work out. And if he does like lose his power, I'm with him. I'll be the first one to get.
Yeah, visually it was a stunning episode.
Like you said, the rooftop scene.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, it was a very generic rooftop chase scene.
But we don't get to see that.
We don't see that.
Haven't seen that in Star Wars.
And if we do, it's like
it's clumsy.
It's city based. Yeah. This is the.
Live action.
I love
live action.
It made me think of Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PlayStation 2 because I'm old.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
But like, those levels,
those are so fun.
Yeah, and that's just kind of what it made me feel like. I honestly get all the Mosses confused. On Tatooine, like because they're like Mos Espa and Mos Eisley.
Oh yeah, dude.
I don't remember Mos Espa. I don't remember if it was where Anakin was from. Mos Eisley was in the original Star Wars.
Yes.
But Mos Espa, I know they've mentioned, but I don't know if they've actually went there. And my brain, I think it is where Anakin was originally from.
I definitely don't know. You're gonna know. I really like. This is fun because we're getting into territory now where, like, I know Boba Fett, but we're getting into territory where I'm like, I don't know these names, and I love it. And
they're creating new characters, which is great. I love new characters.
Like Darsa Fwip, is that a new character? Or is that someone you know?
So
okay, I wrote that down. I wasn't sure.
I'm excited to see where stuff goes with her. I don't know if she's going to be integral for the story, or if they were just showing someone there. I think she'll come back into play.
I think she's going to be in play, yeah.
But I don't think she's going to be. Or she could be a bigger player.
No, I think she's going to be a bigger player. Yeah. Because what I think is going to happen is she's like, he came in, new boss, and she's just like, great, here's a gift. Nah, she's gonna be playing both sides the whole time. I think he's gonna constantly be having to like use her, but not really trust her, and it's gonna be interesting to see. I think.
Yeah, I love seeing Transdoshian carrying the Wookiee pelt.
That's what that was.
You went, and I was like, it's what you think it is.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I was like,
yeah. So, I don't know if you remember an episode of the Clone Wars where the Transdoshans were hunting the Chewbacca and Ahsoka. Anyways, so it made me think of that. I love that they had the Transdoshans in Mandalorian, and I like that race. I love Bosk. I don't know where Bosk is canonically. I think he may be explored. There's comic books. There's like a whole bounty hunter event for comic books. I haven't read any of it. I know they were doing like a bounty hunter event where they had like a bunch of bounty hunter stories. And I feel like Bosk would show up in that. From what I know, I don't think Bosk is dead. Okay. Like there's a lot of major bounty hunters that are dead. But I think this would be the place where you bring back the ones that aren't dead. You bring back a Forlom and a IG-88 and a... I don't know. I'm just named Dengar. I don't know where Dengar's at this point.
You're saying names right now. I'm just like, sure.
Anyway, sorry. My Star Wars.
No, it's good.
Sorry. One more thing. Speaking of legends, Speaking of like legend stuff and like stuff that we haven't, there's a Tusken that was a Jedi in Legends that I don't know. I think that
There's a Tusken that was a Jedi.
Yeah,
that's super cool.
So just seeing like the tribal nature of the Tuskens, like these Tuskens don't look like Tuskens we've seen before. Like they feel different, and I feel like they did a good job of showing that they're scavengers and that they're not scavengers in the way the Jawas are, but they're like their outfits are a little unique. Like they've pieced them.
They
together.
seem less barbaric too. Yeah, they still seem barbaric, but less barbaric.
It's like a tribal barbaric. Right. It's like not necessarily like not every tribe is going to be super aggressive, but they do have to protect their tribe, so they are going to be at least somewhat aggressive.
I think it's the first time we've really seen like what seemed to be like a chieftain, chiefess, or what's the word for the female of the chief and Anyway, I really loved that it seems like how this tribe is set up, which I could be totally wrong, but it kind of seems like the chieftain is the head, but really it's like
I was kind of questioning really that cool. With that fight scene. I was like, I don't know if he is like calling the shots or if she is. Or
I don't think he's calling the shots.
I
think he's like a figurehead, and she's like she really does everything, and he's more of a figurehead. Or like
I feel like they're working together to lead the tribe. That's why I was saying like, are they like the matriarch and patriarch, and they're the parents of this family, right? But it felt more like it wasn't necessarily just like one family unit. Yeah, I don't know. I thought that would be an interesting way to make the Tuskens, where it's like you've got a family unit, and then they like if one marries into a different family, then that's like switches stuff around. But
I also I liked the woman power of it too. I was just like, yeah, that was good. It reminded me kind of the scene in Mandalorian a little bit, where I was just watching. I was like, this is an all-female cast. Yeah. You just killed it. Like it wasn't shoved in your face. Like it just was good.
Yeah, there's another.
Like, get it? You just beat Bobo's butt.
the Twi'leks, the sexy male Twi'lek.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like equality.
Yeah, equality. Exactly.
yeah. The men can be dancers too.
Yeah, but also that female Twi'lek was really attractive.
I was. Never mind. I'm not gonna. I was good. That's good. Never mind. Okay. Moving on. Sorry. Well, I'm sorry. I cut you off a second ago.
No, you're good. Back to I was going to talk a little bit about the Tuskens a little bit. I like the relationship between this Tusken boy and Boba Fett. Yes. Like, it's really cool. Even from the very beginning, he's kind of interested in him. Could have killed him. Didn't. Yeah. And in his world, that's probably not normal at all. Like, if you're an enemy, you're going to get killed, especially because people on Tatooine look at them as not even really people. Yeah. What was the other thing? Seeing them like where the bride fought him. The Chief Jess.
That fight reminded me of the Twin Sons episode from Rebels, just because it was at night and on in the sands of Tatooine, and I was like, it made me think of it, but it's totally unrelated. But I was like, oh, that's such a good scene. So I couldn't help but think of it. But
and I know that he was hurt, kind of, and like dehydrated. But honestly, I mean, with his armor, he would have definitely beat her. Oh yeah. Without his armor, full health, I still think it would have been a really good fight.
Yeah, I think yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to speculate on that.
I actually was. She fought so well that it kind of like it was a more sophisticated fight style almost, like for a Tusken. Like I actually for a minute kind of was like, is she like maybe like wasn't a Tusken originally, but then like maybe found this tribe and married into it or something, and like was from Tatooine and wasn't actually originally. Like I had that thought. I'm not saying like I'm calling that out, but it was something that almost like the way that she fought, like it seemed so less barbaric and very like calculated, and doesn't seem like how Tuskens fight. Right. So almost like she had training is what I was trying to get at.
Honestly, the Mandalorian and this have really like retroactively made Anakin's butchering of the Tuskens worse. Yeah. Because like in A New Hope, they're talked down about, and like they come in, they knock Luke out, they start scavenging stuff, they run off. Yeah. Like and then in Attack of the Clones, like they come in and they steal away his mom, and like they're very barbaric and stuff. And then it's not until like the Mandalorian where you start to see like, well, they're not all that way. And there's other.
Don't be racist.
Exactly, and so it makes like, and I made several jokes about Anakin killing the men and the women, and
what age?
Not just the men, the women and the children too. What and I'm like, yeah, but like. I mean, it really does make it so much worse.
Yeah, it's like, man, on top of everything else, we didn't realize it, but like Anakin was racist too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he killed all all the younglings, they were all sorts of races. So
yeah,
he was not big.
Well, but he like specifically hated the Tuskens.
Oh yeah. Because
when he talks about it, he says something about like them being animals.
They're like animals, and I killed them like animals.
They're not animals, bro.
Yeah. So I do like that. I honestly could have went either way with it. Like if they just kept him super barbaric, but I think it definitely adds to the prequels.
It pulls your heartstrings a lot more. Yeah. It just makes you be like, man, Anakin was such a jerk.
Yeah. Well, and that's what like all this extra stuff and like the world building and the stretching out Star Wars and everything. If it makes the original thing better, like what the Clone Wars show did with the prequels, it made the prequels better. Mm-hmm. This is retroactively making other things better too, or at least it has so far.
Mm-hmm. This first episode, yeah.
So I think that's cool,
and I like that it's in subtle ways where it's almost like some people may not even think about that, but like as a big Star Wars fan, like that's something for you that you draw from, and you're like, man, Anakin was really messed up. And it's like they may not even trying to do that, but like they did. They made and they didn't try and like make a whole scene about it. Like it's just an aspect of this episode that is now applying to the original movies.
Yeah.
So have you ever seen a Massive, or do you think that's new?
No, that was in Attack of the Clones.
It wasn't Attack.
It wasn't Attack of the Clones. I didn't remember what it was called.
Gotcha. I was trying to remember when I saw that in Attack.
Yeah, it was in Attack of the Clones. Whenever he goes in, he sees his mom, and then he comes out, and right before he slaughters everyone, it shows a couple of them coming at him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's one like gnawing on a bone outside the tent that she's in.
Oh yeah. Okay. I do remember that now. Mm-hmm. There we go. There we go. It's been a little bit since I've seen the originals, probably a year or so now. But I originally thought it was, and then I realized it wasn't. But I thought for a second when I just saw a brief part of it, I thought it was from episode 2.
Right. The next
at the end. Yeah. Whenever they're fighting in the Coliseum.
It's like a cat-like creature.
Yeah, it's like a cat-like creature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's got like a fin on the top, and it's more like bigger claws and teeth, I think.
Yeah, that stripped down Padme.
Yeah.
That was a very carefully placed claw strike. Yeah. The centipede.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Thank you for using what I coined. The centipede. I want to know what it's actually called, but I'm going to call it a centipede forever.
Yeah, I think that's definitely...
I want to know what that's called.
The centipede. Which leads me to another thing. I want to see Jabba's menagerie. Like... We've seen aspects of Jabba's menagerie and his Rancor that Luke killed, but that's not his only Rancor that he had, because he got another Rancor in Bad Batch. Those are different Rancor. They have different names. So I want to see if there's do we get what they call? And
is there more than just Rancor? Is there?
Oh yeah, I bet there are.
See what else there is.
Yeah, I want to see the menagerie. I hope that comes into play at some point. I liked the more advanced Bacta tank. So not only was it from A New Hope from Empire to here, you've developed the technology more, or that Jabba just had a nicer one,
right?
But it definitely looked newer and nicer, and he didn't have to float in a diaper, which is nice.
It's tough to, like, there's a little bit of, it's like, I feel like it's so hard for Favreau to like do this to where it's like, this isn't that far ahead, and so how careful can you say, yeah, they just can advance this quickly with technology, which they are super advanced,
right?
So it could be possible, or but like trying to stay still, like, look, it's not so much more advanced, or it's a nicer one. Yeah.
One of the things I like about Star Wars is, like, just because the technology is advancing doesn't mean that's going to be mass produced. Like, the Empire had a lot of advanced stuff. And the Empire's been gone for 5 years. There's remnants out there of Moff Gideon and all that stuff. But so pieces of that have fallen into different hands. So you still could have that advanced technology that's only in these specific systems. Mm-hmm. The universe is vast. It is gas too. Yeah. Vast galaxy. Yeah. And there's a lot of gas in space.
Well, and to your point, especially like on somewhere like Tatooine, where Jabba, maybe that's being produced there, but he's like controlling it where it doesn't go out because he wants to keep it for himself.
Yeah. But yeah, I do like the subtle, like, it definitely was more advanced than the one that Luke used in Empire.
I have to say, now I want to say the one thing I was upset about, because I want to review this show.
Yes.
And be honest and not just be like, it's Star Wars, I love it.
But it is Star Wars.
I'm upset.
I love it. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry.
Shut up. This is my time.
Okay, sorry.
I didn't love the fight scene whenever he shot his. That was I just feel like he's smarter than that. I know he's kind of barbarian, but like he knows what that shield is.
I don't want to say disappointed. The fight scenes in Mandalorian were better than that. Yeah, but I think we can only go up from here. And he made up for it by blasting that guy to bits. That was great. But yeah, no, him shooting they have the shields. Like, why even try the rocket at that point? It didn't make sense.
I also honestly like, unless there's a reason, like I don't understand why he didn't grapple out of it. Mm-hmm. I was that fight scene. I didn't love it. Yeah, but the thing is, this episode was not about the fight. I felt like they could have used that fight to like show off some new tech that he had. Yeah, but they could be saving that for. Yeah, they might be trying. He's got to have new tech though. Yeah, and maybe this is me trying. See, I'm trying to explain it out in B, but I'm being unbiased because I want to Star Wars and I love it. Maybe he's like trying to not make a big scene right now with all of his stuff that he can do because he's still trying to like. He's kissing babies right now. Yeah, I'm so excited to see how this goes. Then again, he did make a man explode with a rocket. But at that point, I think he was frustrated maybe, so then he was like, all right, and just blew him up. But,
I mean, he did also lead with the rocket. Yeah. I don't know. There was this, I had another note of just his clothing, like his underneath the armor. I couldn't tell if that was like sun bleached from him being out in the sun for that long because I thought it was a darker color. But then I'm like,
it's new material for sure. Yeah, it has to be new material. It got burned up from the acid from the stomach of the.
Oh, so the acid like bleached it? You think?
I mean, no, acid. You could see it at some points. It like was you could see his skin through it.
Well, you could see his skin through what he was wearing whenever the Tuscans got him, and that's what I was talking about. Like the Jawas like pulled off his they pulled off his armor, and then he was laying out in the sun, and then it was white, and I was I definitely remember being white.
I see what you're saying. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the new armor. I think it was sun bleached, and probably just tons of sand was all over it too. Yeah,
because I remember being more of a gray material, and that was definitely white.
Yeah. I honestly think some of the acid with the sand probably like kind of just like stuck to it.
There's definitely a couple different ways that could win. So
no, I see what you're saying. No, sorry, I understand. That Rodian deserved to die. He was a little wuss.
I was kind of hoping he had a reason, like they were gonna elaborate on it, but since they didn't have a reason, him dying felt good.
We were talking about, how, like, don't be racist, Tuscans. But every Rodian we've seen, I feel like, is kind of a sniveling little, like, weakling. Like,
I was going to refer to the Rodian diplomat from Clone Wars that Padme was friends with. But he did, the first episode you see him in the Clone Wars, he did sell them out to the Separatists and then come back around. Yeah. So you are right. We haven't seen a Rodian. And there was a Rodian that was picking on little Annie. Yep. Oh, man. So the takeaway is that Rodians are the worst.
Yeah. Don't be racist.
Don't be racist, but if you see a Rodian, kick him.
Also, what I really thought was he kind of had like Stockholm syndrome a little bit. Like he was like, I think he'd been captured longer and probably had tried to escape. Yeah. And he's not, Boba Fett, so probably got his butt kicked a lot.
He knew he couldn't get to. I think he just knew he couldn't get anywhere.
Yeah, which I mean that's something they say.
We could have both got to Anchorage. It's like he's like you don't even know where you are.
He also doesn't know who he was. Like so he doesn't know his reputation. Like if he knew he was Boba Fett, maybe then. But even then, he still might probably.
But I don't think Boba. I think Boba was overconfident that he could make it to Anchorage.
Like, yeah, that's true.
I don't think he knew where he was.
He probably at that point too was definitely also, still a little loopy.
Yeah, where's the Slave One parked? Ship.
Oh yeah.
Because like, would someone get to that? I mean, he has it in Mandalorian. Yeah. So unless it's hidden away somewhere. I don't know.
I feel like it's probably just in one of the.
I feel like it would be parked at
It's in one of the hangars, like where we see the Falcon in the original.
Or it's parked at Jabba's palace.
Yeah, or at Palace. Yeah, at the Palace. So, I'm very excited.
Yeah, no.
Next episode, they left me wanting a lot more.
I felt like it was a solid first episode. Like, there's been episodes that get me more hyped, but I don't think we needed that much. I think that the show itself generates enough hype that, like, you get a solid first episode that feels good, and then we move on. I think we're gonna get hyped towards the end of the season.
I wish it was longer. I do. I wish it was longer. I wish I would have just gotten to see a little more of the flashback. Yeah. Like I know I was saying, I want to see
Bad Batch got a longer.
It was short, And like, I also, because I didn't love the fight scene, I kind of was I felt a little robbed because I was like, I would rather just not have a fight scene at all. Like,
but we had the good fight scene with the Tusken.
Yeah.
So, and the good fight scene with the centipede.
The centipede was amazing. Yeah. The centipede was awesome.
That's such a cool creature.
It was. Yeah.
Star Wars does good, cool creatures well, and I feel like you can see the technology and everything. There was also all the aliens looked great.
Yes.
I just want to point that out. The Twi'leks looked great. The Trandoshans looked really good. I think that was the best looking Trandoshan we've seen.
The Rodian looked really cool.
The Rodian looked yeah. So I'm excited to see more, and I love the Mandalorian advanced their technology for filmmaking or for TV show making. And I'm excited to see more.
Yeah, and every time I saw like is it, you say Twi'lek? Is it Twi'lek or Twi'lek? Because I say Twi'lek.
It's both.
Okay.
It's technical. Both are canon correct.
Okay. I will say Twi'lek because that's what I've always said. Yeah. Every time I saw a Twi'lek, specifically, I mean Rodians too, but like mainly the Twi'leks, I literally just would think of the original movies and just be like, man, this is like as a kid. Even when I watched the movie, and then I would think about like when I would play make believe, like where we had our lightsabers out and stuff. Like that's what I was picturing. Yeah, you know, like it's so good to get to see that on screen now. Like now that we have the technology. Yeah,
it was a good first episode. Yes. Again, wish it was longer, but and that fight scene wasn't my favorite, but I think we're gonna go up.
I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because I think it should have been longer, and the fight scene was rough. But it's Star Wars. It's amazing. The rooftop runs scenes where it's just everything's more fluid now. Like, yeah.
You're wrong. It's Star Wars. I love it, and you can't prove me wrong. I have the final say.